Get ready to match the stars from the Bob Newhart Show. Bill Daly, Brett Summers, Charles Nelson Reilly, Sarah Purcell, Richard Dawson, and Betty White as we play the star-studded Big Money Match Game 78. And now, here's the star of Match Game 78, Gene Rivers.
Dawson and friends. Everybody okay over here?
Yeah.
Right. Yes.
You're all wonderful.
Dapper. Just call me Dapper Dan. And call her Pamela Carrington. Applause, applause, applause. When we were together last time, the time expired just as she won the game, and we're going to start with the audience match with Pamela Carrington, in which she could win over $5,000. And I know that's making her feel rather excited, and we'll give her a chance to cool off here for a moment while you watch this message. Here we are with Pamela Carrington. She's won her first game, has $100, could win over $5,000, and here we go. We polled the studio audience in this very room, and we said, you write down your best answer to this. Dress blank. Now, Pam, the way it goes, if you match the answer they wrote down most frequently, you get $500. Now, if you match the answer they wrote down second most frequently, you get $250. And then for matching their third most popular response, you get $100. 3 of the 6 weirdos will help.
Richard?
Shop.
Dress shop. There's one.
Chuck?
Chuck.
Oh! Chuck chose,
Oh, boy.
Chuck chose, it's not a sports term, and I don't know where I pulled it from, but I chose dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal. The show business term.
Betty?
Dress up.
Dress up, dress shop, and dress rehearsal are the 3 our celebrities have given you. Now, you have the option of choosing one of those or giving us one of your own.
I like dress shop. I'll go with Richard.
Dress shop. You would not have chosen that? What would you have chosen? Dress up? Dressmaker. Not a bad one. Let's find out.
Dress code.
Let's find out if we have a dress shop up there. If Richard wants a dress shop, let him have a dress shop. What do we care?
He already has one.
Oh, I see. May we see the $100 number? Dress up. There's an answer. All right, Betty gave you that one. We want dress shop. Slide it. Dress rehearsal is Chuck's answer.
Thank you, everyone.
Okay. You're welcome. Last chance for dress shop. Go.
Almost said it.
Oh, that's dress code. What does that mean?
That's
Navy
at school, I think.
Yeah.
Is it?
Slacks.
Yes.
No,
is that,
dress for school.
Collar
At school,
points.
that, you know,
oh,
they
yeah.
wanna-
In schools, they have a dressing code, then they have to wear certain things.
Like when
yes.
my kids go to school,
that
the
occur to
dress
you?
code
Would be
is
50
Not
on
really.
my list.
Okay, well, it wasn't up there, and you've got your $100. You're going to meet another player. Now, here comes Vic Zlato. Vic Zlato.
Zalato. A little hard to pronounce, but
No,
that's
it's
it.
not.
You got it.
Zlato.
Zalato, right.
Zlato. All right. Vic, you're a snappy dresser. Where are you from?
Well, thank you. I'm from Michigan.
Really?
I came out here to get away from the snow and the cold, and
Yeah, you've had a lot of snow in Michigan this winter of 1977.
yeah, but I've had a lot of sun out here.
Yes, indeed. You going to be out here for a while?
I've only got one more week. We've
I
been out
see.
here for about 5 weeks,
Yeah.
and I've discovered your wonderful golf courses.
Yes. You must be a
Oh.
good golfer if you play a lot, huh? What do you got, a
I play
handicap
quite
of 5 or 6?
Not quite that good.
8.
About 8.
8.
About 8.
That's not
But I've been
bad.
hitting them real good.
You're okay,
I want to
Vic.
warn my son, when I get back, I'm ready. I'm ready.
Yeah, but you got to give him a little time to thaw out now, Vic. Remember
Right,
that.
right.
Fair is
He's
fair.
got to.
Is your wife here?
Oh, yeah, she's... Well, I can't see, but...
Where is she?
I know she's down in...
Oh, she's in the audience down there in the 4th or
Oh,
5th
there she
row.
is. I
The
see.
lady
Lady
with a
with the
nice
9
smile on
iron.
her
She
face.
looks
The
good.
what?
Lady with the 9 iron.
Oh, yeah, the 9 iron. Carrying a whole bag of clubs down there for you. Your caddy. Okay. All right, good luck to you, Vic. You may have A or B.
I'll take B.
B. You want B? Here we go. Sally said, I knew old man Periwinkle made that snowman because it was the first snowman I ever saw with blank. I knew old man Periwinkle made that snowman because it's the first snowman I ever saw with blank.
I love you.
I love you, Brett. But we must get on with it.
I already have my answer.
Oh, good. All right, we'll come over here to Vic. We were just speaking of snow, Vic, weren't we?
We sure were.
And we'll be ready for you in a second or two. Sally said, I knew old man Periwinkle made that snowman because it was the first snowman I ever saw with... Now, you know who old man Periwinkle is?
I do, and the only thing I can think of in the old vein is gray hair.
Gray hair. All right, that would be something old, but he was on the right ideas. We were after something indicative of age, such as gray hair.
What did Vic say? Gray hair?
He said gray hair.
Was Periwinkle the one that slept? No, that was...
No, old man...
I was the one that slept.
You're the one.
Oh, I'm sorry. I said wrinkles, right? Wrinkles?
Wrinkles. That would be a good answer.
That wouldn't be a bad answer.
That's a very good answer. Pathetic award, 78 answer?
Winter
Winter.
pathetic
Winter
award.
pathetic award.
When I told Charles the sad story of me hitting a parked car and everything,
Yes.
he gave me the third saddest story of the year award.
Third.
The third saddest. Zero. You kind of had... I said...
Writing a novel here.
Yes. I've written a play. Why shouldn't I write a novel? A bottle of Geritol in his hand, well, as opposed to a broom or
Instead
stick.
of a broom or stick in his hand. Right. Okay.
Thank
Charles?
you, dear.
Well, I was going to say hardening of the icicles, but that's in bad taste. I said plates.
Plate. Now, wait a minute. It was the
He
first
means both.
snowman I ever saw with dentures. Okay. All right, Sarah. I knew old man Periwinkle made that snowman because the first snowman I ever saw with
I don't know what he made it out of, but he had hair.
hair.
Sarah, what the hell does that mean?
You see, an old man
Hair.
Periwinkle would be hairless, probably bald, you see.
Probably bald. Vic
Yes.
didn't think so.
No, he didn't.
Not necessarily.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yes, of course. Right.
You can
Richard?
buy it anywhere.
Dentures.
Dentures. Yes. The old man would have false teeth, of course. Miss Betty?
Would you suggest that when he gets back to Michigan, he tells his son that I'm also ready? False teeth.
Okay. Betty sends along a little message.
I'll
to your
take it
son.
back.
Okay.
I'm going to find
All right. So, Vic, that's the way it goes. You win some, you lose some.
Right on.
And we'll have a question for Pamela in a moment or so. Right now, this for you. We are ready. Are we ready? Yes.
We're ready.
You. Pamela, your first round question. This is what it says. Bill said. Not you, Bill. This is just a, regular Bill. It says...
Not a dumb...
I'm not a regular Bill, not a...
Well, I'm his
Not a dumb-
normal, average guy.
That's not our bill.
He said, I've heard of being bitter, but this is ridiculous. When Richard Nixon plays golf, he has a picture of blank printed on the ball. I heard of being bitter, but this is ridiculous. When Richard Nixon plays golf, he has a picture of blank printed on the ball.
There are so many choices.
That's right.
So many people turned him in,
Yeah,
right?
but none of... You mustn't do any of that out loud speculation.
Was I
because-
talking out loud? Oh.
You were talking out loud because, you see, that indicates an answer. Oh, you are going downhill.
It's always been down here.
You worked steadily in this industry for years, didn't you?
He used to write.
Now, Pamela, you've had a long time to think this over.
I didn't put my... I don't
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, I know.
Oh, you're going to have longer to think it over, Pamela. As a matter of fact, you can read it while you're thinking it over, and it might help you.
There's so many...
Maybe I ought to get Bill to read it. No, he's got one there. 1, 2, 3, 4 already, waiting for 5. Now, here we go. Bill said, I have heard of being bitter, but this is ridiculous. When Richard Nixon plays golf, he has a picture of blank printed on the ball.
This is a tough one. I would say Congress.
Congress.
I know.
Yeah.
It's a rotten
If they've
answer.
done their job.
Yes.
Shows you how close
Okay.
I was following it.
All right, she said Congress, and I
didn't know which one
I
of those
dare
guys.
say no one will say that over
I put
here.
Dean. I didn't know somebody as
But John Dean. Well, John Dean is good
There's
because
so many of those guys, boy.
he was the first one who blew the whistle, or very close to the first one who blew the whistle. What do you say?
What do I say?
Yes.
I say he should have been impeached, is what I say. Instead, he's living in wealth down in San Clemente on my taxes. I said Halderman.
Right.
All you have to do is commit a crime to make $1 million in this country.
For years, he was known as...
Yes.
For years, he was known as Tricky Dick. For years. And then America puts him in the White House, and they go, oh, look what's happening.
Yeah.
Tricky Dick was elected. You elected him.
Not me.
I'll be in my dressing room. I'm emotional. I said the security man who first noticed that the door was open and taped.
Oh, yeah. That's right. He was the guy. Right. Now, Sarah, what do you say about this? He has a picture of blank printed on the ball.
If he could get the glasses on there, too, it could be John Dean, wouldn't
John
you say?
Dean. Right. Yes, sir, Richard.
Similario.
John Dean, yeah. He was the first one who took the stand, and yes.
I said John Dean and/or Butterfield, Haldeman, Ehrlichman, Agnew, and Phyllis Newman.
Oh, that was a regular rogues gallery. Okay, so there we have round one, and now you know how it goes. Now you're going to get down to business, right, Vic?
That's right. And that's why I'm going to take B for business.
B for business.
B for business.
Dennis said, it's strange having a Chinese-Italian wife.
We're going to get
Strange
letters.
having a Chinese-Italian wife. Last night, we had an Italian dinner, and my wife put fortunes in the blank. That's a good question.
Yes, it's a nice question. It's
A
sweet.
very good one.
You don't. Are you sure you don't mean fortune cookies?
My wife put, no, we had an Italian dinner, and my wife put fortunes in the blank.
Fortunes in the, yeah.
Yes,
Sure.
in the Italian, you see, there's an Italian dinner. Instead of putting fortunes in the fortune cookies that you would do if she were having a Chinese dinner, she put the fortunes, oh dear me, she's getting Bill Daly's disease. Right.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I haven't. Wait a minute.
Now, Vic, have you thought about this?
I sure have.
Dennis said, it's strange having a Chinese-Italian wife. Last night, we had an Italian dinner, and my wife put fortunes in the blank.
Well, I'm going to have to go with lasagna.
Lasagna. Well, it would be awkward, you know, because lasagna is a big mishmash, layer after layer of stuff. You'd have to put your hand in there
Yeah.
and get through all that melted mozzarella cheese and look for the fortune, and it would be a mess. But there are other things that look like little fortune cookies that are little dough things. What do you say?
Well, I agree with him. She put it in the pasta. Uh-huh.
Pasta is not lasagna.
Pasta is lasagna. You're wrong.
Well, now, wait a minute.
Whoa, wait a minute, wait a minute,
Hold
wait a
on,
minute,
hold
wait a
on.
minute. Hold it. Wait a minute. You know,
Now,
lasagna is the pasta. No, pasta is lasagna.
Well, now, wait, Bill, just to be fair to all that concern you, pasta is the omnibus term for any farinaceous thing that you like.
But the lasagna
spaghetti.
is the pasta.
Ziti, manicotti.
Right, all of those things are pasta.
But it's pasta,
Rigoletti.
right?
Well, no,
Okay,
they're
how about this
Elbow
answer?
macaroni.
cannoli.
No.
That would have been good because they're little rolled up things and you could hide a fortune
I have
in there.
another award for Brett.
Yes. The French Dessert Award du Paris. What do you say?
I used to live in Greenwich Village in New York, and I used to spend a and I used to spend a lot of time on Bleecker Street in all the pastry shops.
Oh, yes.
I'm beginning to get sweaty palms because I had the terrible feeling that Charles is right. I said Napoleon's.
Napoleon.
Now, isn't that an Italian dessert? You always get it in an Italian restaurant.
That's not Italian dessert.
The kind you go to, you get there. You also get goulash in the Italian restaurants you go.
No, Napoleon's.
Spumoni.
You meant spumoni. Now,
And the
Napoleon's
Eiffel
are...
Tower doesn't lean.
How about pizza?
Meatballs.
Meatballs. Okay. All right. Come to Sarah Purcell. We had an Italian dinner, and my wife put fortunes in the...
Raviolis, and I'm so
Very good. You know, raviolis are the little square
I know.
things, and you put them
That's-
something in. Yeah, that's the way it is.
I wish I was
right, Richard? Have
Italian.
you ever had? Oh, Richard is a
I said meatball.
meatball. Hide them in the meatballs, right?
I was, or yes, I
Yes.
was torn between meatballs and ravioli and opted for ravioli.
Ravioli, but not in the lasagna. So now we got to go to a commercial, a message or two, and then when we come back from that, all you got to do is match one, and you'll win another game. Now this. Hurry back.
Today's consolation prizes are first, a supply of contacts. Even if your house has 150 rooms, Contact brand Self-Adhesive Plastic has a different color and pattern for each of them. And West Bend's 2 to 10 cup automatic quick grip coffee maker features a double filter system, lets you brew delicious coffee with or without paper filters. And jewelry from Sarah Coventry, who has jewelry with fashion know-how for every occasion. Versatile, fashionable Sarah Coventry jewelry sold at home fashion shows. And Smooth and Silky by Remington, the electric razor for women that shaves as well as a blade, the Remington Smooth and Silky. You ready for more fun? Then join Gene Rayburn.
Thank you, Johnny Olson. All right, now this is the last question in this game, Pamela, and you have a relatively easy assignment. All you have to do is match one, and you will have won your second game. Mrs. Daniel Boone said, "You can always tell when Daniel is coming down the road. He always walks with a raccoon in front and a blank behind."
Now, it's been 2 days and I haven't asked for a repeat.
There it is. You can always tell when Daniel is coming home because he'll always come down the trail with a raccoon in front and a blank behind.
How come you're so good at this and you can't learn a line on stage? You know, I didn't tell you, I always watch with a raccoon in front. Oh, I got it. Oh, I got it.
Wow, I got it before you got it.
Right.
What did she...
Pamela Keddington, my dear. Pamela Keddington, are you ready? Yes, we are ready.
Okay.
Mrs. Daniel Boone said, "You can always tell when Daniel is coming down the road. He always walks with a raccoon in front and a blank behind."
Skunk? Pretty bad answer.
Quite. Well, Bill?
That answer stinks. I say a tail behind, right?
A tail behind.
The raccoon's tail. Boo. Let's go back to the snakes joke. That was
Now, that's
But
two
tail
of them
isn't bad.
who didn't understand the question
the
so
tail
far.
of the raccoon walking. See
Really?
The raccoon in front of the
Hurry
tail
up, I'm so excited about my answer.
What is your answer?
This is what I call the Richard Dawson answer because he's so terrific at what we call your play on words, and I'm willing to bet you money he's got it. It's just wonderful. It's worth a cheer. You're probably gonna stand up. Give me the question, please.
All right, you can always tell when Daniel is coming down the road. He always walks with a raccoon in front and a blank behind.
Bear.
Bear behind.
I've done that about 3 times since we've been doing this show.
Bear behind. You got the point now, don't you, Dan?
Sure do.
Okay, Charles.
I'm very happy for you. Congratulations. But I went back to the original tale.
Oh, tail. A raccoon had a long tail.
Marvelous answer.
You know, this, it appears to me at this moment that these two terrific game players are going to end up in a scoreless tie. That's the way it appears to me.
Now, the way Daniel would say it would be a bar.
Bar behind, right. You got it.
Bar.
That's right.
One
Show
more
us your
time.
bear behind,
Again.
Richard. There's his bear behind.
It's a bar. far behind.
How about yours? Yeah, there. Everybody loves it.
Not everybody. They're behind.
They're behind. So the game does indeed end in a scoreless tie, and these two titans of the game world will go to a tiebreaker right after this. Well, the suspense is going to continue till next time to see which one of these terrific players will win this game. So you come back and look for us next time. I ain't gonna be here. Hey, listen, what you've done a CBS movie of the week, have you?
It's called Mardi Gras Weekend. Thank you, Mardi Gras Weekend. And it's
He didn't
May
even
the
know
3rd.
the name of his own thing there.
Yeah,
What is
it's
it?
May the 3rd on CBS.
May the 3rd. Naturally on CBS, yes.
Don't forget, May 10th is annual Safe Boating Week, and I will be speaking for the Coast Guard Auxiliary, reminding everyone to have a safe and happy summer. If they're buying a boat, to go to the Coast Guard course, which is for nothing.
Thank you. Now, you have a movie, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Called
Well,
Weddings
divorce.
next week.
Oh, wonderful. We'll all look forward to seeing Betty White in that. I'm Gene Rayburn. Join us next time for Match Game 78. Goodbye.
This is Johnny Olsen speaking for Match Game 78, a Mark Goodson, Bill Todman production.